Hasta pronto. Chao, chao. Mucha suerte, Vicente. Gracias.
ON8EI.
Loud and clear. That was beautiful. Okay, so I just had to come back on the frequency because the guy was using an older ICOM 725. He was 30 hertz below frequency, and of course you are not of frequency. John, hey, I was going QRT. I won't make too long, but I could I spend a few seconds with you, and you can keep the frequency if you want also. I hope you're doing fine. You're loud and clear. Beautiful signal, beautiful sound on my waterfall and on my headset headphones. ON8EI HB9UQX.
Yeah, Roger, on that, Peter. Well, I'm glad that I caught up with you. I understand you're going to close down in a few moments. But HB9UQX ON8EI. Yeah, you're 20 over. You were 15, then you went to 20, and at one stage you went to 25. So I wonder, would you know which radio I was using? Over.
Okay. Well, wait. Yeah, it's cut like a knife. But could be both of them, because once you can use the pure signal, it's hard to say if it's an HL2 and G2 or Anan 7000. So I think that if you make you ask the question, it must be a G2. Yeah. Tell me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, one, I don't have the G2, but it's I'm on the little baby radio. Over.
Oh, what other radio is there around? I have no idea. Your signal is so clean and sharp. You know, even the Sun SDR is not a dirty one. But did you take the Polish version of the Hermes Lite?
Negative. No, I'm still on the Hermes Lite too. But Kurt ON70FF. And myself, we refer to these little radios as the baby radio. Over.
Okay. Yeah. So you call the HL2 the baby radio? Is it right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And there's lots of selections now. There's one that isn't a million miles away from where you live, and I'm sure you've heard about it. The Square. Over.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. But the square is from Poland, no, not from Switzerland, isn't it?
Well, it's not from Switzerland, but it's not from Poland. I think it's from like maybe Slovenia or a country beside it. Over.
Hey, John, I must confess, you sound so beautiful. It's incredible how good you sound. Huh? It's mind-boggling to think that such a compact transceiver, such a simple transceiver, can sound so well. It's just out of this world. Huh? So yeah, all your audio chain, HF chain, everything is absolutely perfect. Huh? And yeah, even the optical part of the signal is very, very nice. Huh? And I just have to look around to tell you that not all signals are clean. I mean, you know that, huh? Because we share the same visual experience on ham radio. So no, very, very nice job there you're doing on your side, John. It's a pleasure. Back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Well, you're sounding great as well. And I was listening to he sent me a little clip. Our mutual friend in Kuwait, 9K2KO, and there was a guy in America speaking with him, and the guy in America big into rack systems and all those boxes of tricks, and the guy in America said, "Oh, you sound great, and then Musalam he replied, he says, "Well, just 500 watts and an FTX 5000." Yeah, and what else? No, that's it. Just the microphone plugged into the radio, and that's all he has. Over.
Sorry, I was just doing a screen capture for you. Here, what's up? And see, yes, here you are. Hoppla. Oh, I hear some HF. my amplifier is very happy because it's I just sent you here the value it's displaying right now, and I just experienced new limits about HF immunity. Okay, wow, I love Musalama. There is a way in between. I think I always think about using plugins or using hardware. I think hardware is a good thing, not too much, not to overdo it. It just gives some signature to the signal, but you can basically use just the radio, a nice microphone, and very minimal equipment, and the new transceivers. They do it very fine. By the way, I heard a guy with a new Icon 7760. It's an Italian guy, and he has a house in HB9UQX in the Barcelona region, and he was sounding so good with a very, very clean signal. They have the DPD version of it, but of course it's something proprietary, and it's only in the radio. But the signal was very nice. It's nearly as good as what you're doing. But only nearly as good. And we don't talk about the price, John. ON8 EI HB9UQX.
Yeah, Roger on that, Peter. And as I've said to other people many times, if I knew then what I know now, I think the HL2, that's just the radio to have and a decent amplifier. Over.
Absolutely, and it's wow. How to say that? I can't find the word. But to think that the radio has become nearly in the old chain, HF audio chain, and it's the simplest element. It's just that radio, and you can do everything, and you can reach. You can have features and have performances like much more expensive equipment. And for me, the thing is that I have a little bit of subversivity. For me, the fun is to have put more money in the equipment around it, and to keep it very, very simple and cheap, and but clean, but clean. It's not just to put it there and now to have it HL2, maybe to make a new enclosure, in aluminium, something very thick, in order to have the very best HF protection of it, Faraday, and the best grounding possible. And just to do it as well as possible. Maybe what the Square guy did, that is for me a very nice solution. And then you express yourself with the equipment around amplifiers, antennas, microphones, and you can play around. But you don't even need to do that. But for me, that would be the pinnacle, So I pass it back to you.
Okay, Peter. Well, anyway, just nothing about radio, but how is everything going with work and life? Over.
Yeah, well, everything fine. I can't complain. My youngest daughter just passed her driving license, and everything perfect. The work, the health, everything is 100%. But I have to go QRT right now. I won't make it too long. You can keep the frequency if you want, John. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll unless someone calls me, I'll spin the dial. But I'm happy that I made contact with you. I heard you. A day or two ago, you were on 20 meters, but you were, you were right down in the bushes talking to someone. So I said, I hope that I can hear Peter on the radio soon. So I'm going to wish you well. I'll say 73s. Unless someone calls me, I'm going to QSY. So you came up to 25/9. Terrific signal and a very clear audio. So Peter, take care. Hotel Bravo 9, Uniform Quebec X-Ray, Oscar November 8, Echo India. Bye-bye from Belgium, over.
Yeah, just a simple question. When I see the waterfall, what is your cutoff frequency on the low part? I guess you should be around 100, 150. Or where did you set it in hertz?
Yeah, you're talking about the low is 100, over.
Amazing. I cut at 80, and the difference is visible on the waterfall. Yeah, because we have very clean skirts, very clean sides, so we can see the difference. It's amazing. You have much more density than I have, because the receiving antenna is about 60 kilometers away. So you're much louder than I am on this receiver. Okay, so thank you very much, John. It's always a pleasure, and gosh, you're sounding so well. It's incredible how good you sound. And just running 3K, this is out of this world. Okay, simply. Thank you very much. And yes, if we knew what we know now, that is the eternal question. See you soon. 408 EI HB9UQX.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, just one final thing. A pal of mine in the States, I'm not sure if you've spoken with him, a Whiskey Alpha 3 Ocean, and we were talking about the HL2, and he said, did you ever try the sub RX? And he introduced me to it, and that's really interesting when you're, and I'm not a big fan of the working these de-expeditions. There's so many calling. But it's nice when you're listening to a station, they're calling on one and listening on another. And with the Sub RX, you can hear both conversations, his conversation and the people calling. Over.
Yeah, I did it once with the Anan. And I know that it's possible. It's crazy that the HL2 is also capable of doing that. So yeah. As soon as I'm back on the HL2, or maybe when I'm trying to calling at the expedition, I will try it, because the function also exists here on the Hermes, on the Sun SDR. But amazing! I didn't know that, but it makes sense. There are two receivers at least. Even then, it depends on the number of DSPs on it, but it can do two. That is correct. Okay, John, thank you very much, and enjoy the evening, and maybe we copy later.
Yeah, very good, Peter. Nice speaking with you, and thank you for all the nice compliments. So have a nice evening, sleep well. You're probably getting up early. I'm going to spin the dial, and we'll see what happens. Hotel Bravo 9, Uniform Quebec X-Ray, Oscar November 8 Echo India. Bye-bye from Belgium again. Peter, over.
Yeah, okay. And you came higher than plus 10 dB, plus 15 dB here. Always clean as a whistle, and good spin. See you soon. Bye-bye, John. Thanks. Yeah,
bye-bye, Peter. Thank you.
Echo India 4 India Tango.
Good evening, John. Over.
Bravo Tango X-Ray. Yeah, very good. Good night to you, John. How are you copying me? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm copying you very well, John. You're 5 and 9. Echo India 4IT, ON80I. How are things going? Over.
Yeah, good. You came over 9, John. I'm not using much power. I'm on a dipole. I'm on a G5RV. That's the antenna. You came over 9. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you're not sounding your usual self. So I wonder, is it connected to the Garda mast even? And you're 5 and 9, John. Over.
Yeah, all right, John. Oh, it's connected to the Garda mast. All right. John, I had to take down. There's someone else calling, by the way, so you can call them in. I guess it's tied to the Garda mast. I had to take down the 80 metre dipole to put it up. Something was nothing better to do yesterday. I decided to make up something I saw on the internet, and it's described as a G5RV. I don't know what it is. Did I quite know? Anyway, it seems to work all right, John, and I'm at 5 and 9 there. I'm on the 7800 over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, sounding good. I was listening to Peter, and Peter was he was 25 over. He was very strong. How strong was Peter to you, over?
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I know it was you. I was sitting on you. I didn't even notice it was quite long. Where was Peter?
Switzerland, over.
Oh, right. No, very, very good. I was on 20 metres on the Santana there, and I had a few contacts from the States there and a few different places. You know, so just made this up yesterday. Seeing it was such a beautiful day, John, I couldn't bear the thought of staying inside, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I have to say, I do welcome wet and miserable days, John, because it's a great excuse to stay in the shack. But when the weather's so nice, it's kind of sinful to be inside, over.
Ah, yes, yeah, I know. It's nice when it's bad weather. I have more comfort when it's bad weather, John, there, because, staying in the shack, when it's pouring the rain, I feel more comfortable. I feel guilty when I'm sitting in here, the summer's like day. Yesterday, the day was just something else here, John, so found myself something better to do. There was someone calling in there to you, so I'll take a wee standby. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm maybe they're well gone, but anyway, did someone else call in? ON80I and Company, over. No, I think that's kind of hit and miss, and you know how it goes. But a one-on-one is always nice, over.
Yeah, right. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I agree with you there. But people don't have any patience anymore. John, about waiting around. They certainly don't wait. Sometimes I would hear 2, 3 stations maybe or maybe more calling, and by the time it gets finished with the QSO, there's no one there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's not with me. If I heard someone or someone of interest, and maybe 5 or 6 people called them, and I wasn't heard, I'd wait my turn. But here's the thing, when you hear people calling QRZ, the real professional is the one that only takes the callers when he says, and calling QRZ. Sometimes you hear guys, and before they've said it, someone has called in, and that person has been taken up by them, over.
Yes, right. What does QRZ mean, by the way? I am calling, is that it? Go ahead.
Well, it's good question. Well, when I was a young boy, it was just QRZ and anyone out there, over.
All right. Well, I never heard the term when I was on CB radio. Anyway, everybody's using it there now. They're using it for a number of things, different answers there, John, there. So I don't know half the time what it means. Nothing that bothers me the least there. I don't use the word QRZ unless somebody takes it out of me there. I certainly don't use that term at all. Just pure English or Irish, a very bad English or a very bad Irish English. Go ahead.
Okay, well, here it is. Both of us and maybe someone shortwave listening will be educated. QRZ means who is calling me, over.
Yes, well, I thought that was always what it meant. But I hear other people using it for different things there now. So whatever, in the middle of a conversation or whatever, I hear people QRZ there, so I don't know. Anyways, not that I don't use it. I just call PQ and I hope somebody comes back. How's things with you? What was your day like? It was about 12 degrees here today. It was 14 yesterday. The weather is getting an early summer back here, but the one today, John, the one out of the north here, I take the good out of a good day. Go ahead.
Yeah, what was that last sentence, John, over?
The wind blowing from the north takes the good out of a good day, over.
Yeah, Roger. The only positive thing, John, is that it'll blow the turbines to make the electricity. No, our day was good. We went up to, I think, 18. And I said to my wife when I came home, as you know, John, I cycle to work. I said, yeah, I'm going to pack my shorts for tomorrow. So when I'm coming home, I'll be wearing the shorts rather than the longs. Over.
Well, did the wish come true? Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to be bringing my shorts tomorrow. So I think. Well, I've not looked at the weather for tomorrow, but hopefully it'll be fairly decent. Anyway, have you heard anything from Derek? Over.
No, I haven't had Derek. Derek has tried a little time in the video, but that's fine. There, so I don't know what else he's doing there, but certainly I haven't heard him on the video. He hasn't been called in for a good while. And the only time that I hear from Derek at the moment is through he always phones me. he always phones me here. But I had a case over Sunday, a week past on Sunday, after the news on the 40 metres, the Irish thing. I heard him. I just was tuning around the band. I heard him talking to someone in Dungannon. So I called him. We had a long queue till then, but he hasn't spent much time. There's not enough DX. When DX is scarce, you don't hear Derek. Go ahead.
Well, that's all very subjective because there's been some nice contacts. For example, I was speaking to a guy yesterday evening in Thailand, and I spoke with him for 14 minutes, and then he passed on. He went on to the next station. So they are there. Yeah, well, I'm not a huge guy for the 5.9. I do the 5.9 to see that the station is working. Over.
Yeah, that's a good enough. Well, that Gary you're talking to now, there's a few stations. John, last week was not a good week, but the week before that, I was being in Asia every evening, 4:30, 5 o'clock that time, and I was getting really nice for 2 weeks. I was getting Bangladesh, and I was getting India. And I got where else did I get? I got New Zealand one of the days at that time, and I also got Australia twice. I talked to Rob actually. Oh, he was out of bed at 6 o'clock. I was 6 o'clock in the morning with him, and he called him. So now that's last week, or maybe this week. Old age. There's nothing this week. There's absolutely nothing this week. I talked to Paddy in India maybe on Monday. And apart from that, nothing here since over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I have to say my logbook looks well. Did you make contact with the Irish station in Jamaica? Over.
No, I haven't had. What's he doing down there? Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's him and a few other guys, and it's some sort of a de-expedition. Now, I heard him, and he was working simplex, and we had a few overs, and that's 6 Yankee 7 Echo India. Over.
All right. No, I haven't heard him there. I haven't heard nothing. It's sort of an interest to say hello to him, but whatever. I'm spending not so much time. The weather's good. John, I'll let you get out there and do something there. About that antenna yesterday, I saw it somewhere on the internet, and it's longer than a G5 RV. G5 is 102 feet. This one's 116 feet, and the ribbon is only 20 feet long.
Yeah, frequency in use. Thank you.
I want the one balance, which the numbers are made here, heavy duty ones. So I've got a 1-to-1 balance on it, and here we are talking on it. Talked to Terry last night on it from 100 watts. Terry was taking some stations when I heard them on with 100 watts. They call them QRP. So it's on the radio. I have no amplifier on here. I turned the radio back to 100 watts. Or I turned it up to 100 watts. There was 40. I was using the amp. So I turned the amp off. And I turned the power up to 100. And he said all the 100 watt stations start, calling. So you're taking a list of about 10. And I called in anyway, and there's no reply. I was actually first. I didn't realise I was. But he had about 10 anyway. This is how he operates. And after he finished about, taking on about 10 calls, the first thing he heard was Echo India. And John, do you know what? I have never got a signal or phone out of from Ferry before with a 20 over 9. And I'm only using this piece of wire that's a G5RV luckily. And I couldn't believe it. And he was 10 over 9 in this wire. And that was most unusual because most of the time on the beam I would get Ferry always signal 7 plus up to signal 9. I don't know what was happening last night, over.
Yeah, I heard him also last evening, and he was sounding very loud and very clear. Now, did you ever come across an antenna called a ZS6BKW, over?
Well, yes, John. Actually, I saw it on my mobile phone, this antenna. And actually, you know what I said? This is a cousin of ZS6 Bravo Kilo Whiskey. It's a cousin, and it's longer because the ZS6 is shorter than the G5 RV, and there's lots and lots of ribbon in it. Oh, lots of ribbon. And I didn't want to have so much ribbon because I didn't want it lying on the ground. So I went and this one on the internet on my phone. I popped up one day. I don't know how they got to know that I was on ham radio, but everything you look at her there, my phone it's coming up as radio. So anyway, I bought this yesterday, and I cut it, and I done the measurements and all. So that's good on 10 and 15, and it's good on 20 meters. It's 1.6 and 20, but it's flat on the other two. But then you have to use the tuner and the rest, so whatever, anyway, it's just a plaything, over.
Yeah, Roger, well, the ZS6BKW, it's a great antenna, and there's a good pal of mine in Clonmel that I'm hoping will build one and put it up because it'll certainly improve his conditions. So that's it, John. How is the lady of the house, over?
See over here, she's scowling away. Go ahead.
She's what, over?
She's scowling away, over.
Yeah, and why would she be scowling away, over?
She's always looking for something done when I'm on the radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, on this side, I'm never disturbed. So anyway, that's the situation. Okay, John, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do one more spin of the dial, and then I'm gonna get a cup of tea. I'll come back again, and then I'll go to the Laba. I get up at 3:00 Irish time. Over.
John, it's early shift, and you need to be in bed, to get a proper night's sleep. John, does it work hard there? John, is it hard work, over?
No, it's not. I'm lucky the way it worked out. I'm nearly 30 years there, over.
Geez, you're staying a long time. You must be getting well paid there to stay so long. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the pay is reasonable. They've got a good medical coverage. It's close by, and it's 9 kilometers from the house, and I get paid at 25 cents a kilometer tax-free every day, over.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're certainly doing all right. Well, when you're happy at something, John, I think there are very few people happy about the work that maybe not the work, I don't know, but I get out of bed and I go to work there. But anyway, I was self-employed. 50 years, maybe more, 55 I think. And I was always happy going. Some days things didn't always work out the way you would like them, but you always get round them there. That sort of a way. I had 2 sons out and a brother, and then it's really, really hard to. The brother was the worst. He was a boss on his own, but my sons I could operate with them all right. But he didn't like me giving him a tell off the way.
Yeah, Roger, on that, John. Yeah, well, I come across many people, for example, where I work, and they really don't realize how good they have it. Over.
I know that, John. I know that for a fact. They don't realise it, how good they are until, maybe they decide and going somewhere else. And certainly, there'll be big changes no matter if you change a job, if you get into a routine like you have there now, you try going somewhere else, and it's really foreign to you. Over.
Yeah, Roger. No, I've done many jobs over my working years. Believe it or not, John, and you will believe it, by EI4IT, ON8 EI4ID, I started work when I was 7. Over.
I thought it
Donegal.
was bad when I was 15 there. John, I was a helper on an oil lorry at that time when I was 15. And then I went on to sell ice cream, HB ice cream. I stayed there for a few years. And then I went on to sell frozen foods, Finders, frozen foods. Oh, I sold ghetto cakes as well. So I was a man of the road. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I remember traveling around with the milkman, and when I was 7, I used to stack the shelves in a little, well, they called it a delicatessen, a little grocery store, and they had a delicatessen at the back, and the treat of the day was a custard cream. Now I'm talking about the the one from the bakery. Over.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, just delicious. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, we love the custom creams. Anyway, starting at 7 and various things over the years. But honestly spoken, and I never said it to my son till he was, he had nearly finished with school. And I say this hand in my heart, John, if I had left school at 12, my life would have been the same. After 12, I didn't learn anything. I only wanted school for reading, writing, and adding up. Over.
Well, you learned enough. I heard a story from a very old man
I have to tell him.
that when he was at school, going back a long time, he said that when he went to school, one teacher school, and an old gentleman teaching as well. He was only a young fellow then. He said, I will learn you to read and write. He says, the country will learn you the rest. Go ahead.
Oh, Roger. Yeah. Now, here's another thing, John. It's amazing. In school, and I don't know about the school in Belgium because I never went there, but they don't teach you many life skills. For example, taxes, how to manage your money, and lots of other things. So I think the school, in reality, it lets you down. Now, my mother wanted me to go to an academic school, which I did, but I'm not academic. I should have gone to another sort of school where they do more vocational things. But anyway, it wasn't to be. My mother had this vision that I was going to be a bank manager. Anyway, that's for another day. Okay, John, we'll keep in touch, but always call me, John. Over.
Hey, John, you're lucky. You're lucky she didn't decide you're going to become a priest. 7-3.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I would have been a priest, but the only problem with being a priest, John, you can't get married. Over.
Nah, but you could marry as many as you like. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. You marry lots of people, but never a wife. John, take care. Greetings to the lady of the house and yourself. Over.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, John. And nice to talk to you again. 7-3. We're leaving the frequency. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. ON8 or even EI4IT, ON8EI. Bye-bye, John. Take care.
7-3. EI4.